are here for what? Episode 8 for what great agents do, and I'm going to tweak this a little bit, to come out of a crisis. We're going to talk more and more about that from today going forward. But most importantly today, I've got some very exciting announcements that I'd like to start with, and then we're going to get to some positives, and we're going to get to your questions if you have any. First, if all of you remember at our this last year's awards events or general sales events, I mentioned that we were bringing on health insurance as one of the benefits. In fact, there's numerous benefits, but one of them was health insurance for sales executives. I have to tell you, due to the coronavirus, we went to our vendor partner and said, look, would there be a way to speed up this process? You know what? Due to what the world's going through right now. Well, they went direct to the health provider, and they agreed to speed up the process. In fact, they're speeding up extremely well because you are going to get a flyer that's going to be sent out company-wide to all 4 markets in 3 states from Maria Hill tomorrow. And by the way, your managers already attended a webinar giving them an overview and heads up on what the next steps were going to be. All right. When you get this announcement, this flyer, there will be an 800 number on there that you need to call if you're one of those sales executives who are interested in the health benefits. Now, I have to tell you this. There's, like I said, there's numerous other benefits which in the future, I promised them, if you do this favor for me, he said, well, you know what, we still want to have the event because we have so many other benefits that we can offer your sales executive. And I said, I promise you, and I'm putting my name out there and my commitment that we will have the biggest turnout of all our sales executives when we do the formal announcement for all the other benefits that they're offering. But for right now, I asked him, please, let's get the health insurance on its way because right now it's very much needed. So, more info to come. Keep a lookout for our announcement by Maria Hill tomorrow. All right, second, if we're going to stay on this idea of what great agents do to move out of a crisis, well, why don't we do it with a little fun? So what you're also going to be hearing about, okay, in fact, immediately, which it starts tomorrow as well, and that is we are starting a company-wide 30-day contest. It starts tomorrow, the 15th, excuse me, and goes to 30 days, I believe that's May 13th. All right, now, managers are already brought up to speed. They will announce it to you and tell you all the ins and outs of it, but we are going to have a blast with this. Now, one thing we learned during this crazy time all of us are going through is we've gotten all these new innovative ideas, all this stuff of how we're acting virtually. Well, this contest is going to be all about taking these new ideas, these new innovations, and how we can, 1, incorporate them and see the fruits of our labor. 2, if you're one that says, I haven't fully incorporated, this contest will help you really get down those innovative ideas and use those in your business. Because I promise you this, everything within this contest is what you should already be doing. And not only should you already be doing it today, but pre-coronavirus or post-coronavirus, I promise you, it is going to be part of the new normal. So if I was you, I would get on the bus immediately and start using all these new innovations. More info to come from your leadership. They will be announcing this ASAP tomorrow. All right. Fun, fun, fun. Have a good time with this and do a lot of business. That's what it's about. All right. I want to do some positives that I want to share with you. One thing you may not know, and I apologize, I should have said this from the beginning. You may notice that Rick Barabee is not with me today because he is teaching Success Series. So, in fact, this next Thursday, I will be his interview on his Success Series. So you will see him as soon as Success Series ends. All right, some positives. Here's a fun one out of our Sahara office. Pamela Hewitts, okay, who is a lender with Axia Home Loans, one of our vendor partners, her daughter was just accepted to nursing school. All right? Yahoo! Soon she will be on the front line, all right, helping like all the amazing medical staff and first responders. Here's some positives out of our Anaheim Hills office. We've got a bunch out of Anaheim Hills. All right. Kim Shohurst has had a triple-ended deal. Triple-ended deal. Now, not only is that great, and if you don't know, triple-ended, her listing, she sold it herself, and selling those clients another house. Pretty exciting. That is awesome. Triple-ending it. But I have to tell you this, that doesn't mean it went perfectly smooth. And it didn't have to go perfectly smooth, because guess what? We're ready regardless. So she kept focus in there. There were some issues with the loan, specifically because it was a jumbo loan. And guess what? With the help of, she was dealing with Wells Fargo, with their help, the help of her efforts, the help of her leadership, they stayed focused on it, got the loan changed to no longer being a jumbo, because guess what? The purchasers put even additional dollars down, so it took it out of the jumbo stage. So that was a good thing. And by the way, it is funding and recording tomorrow. Woohoo! Kim, great job. I have to say, Kim has another one on here, which is very exciting. She listed a house on April 3rd, had 2 showings and 2 offers already. All right, it's accepted. They accepted one of the offers, and everything is set. Inspections are set and should close 4/13. Is there business happening out there? Yes, there is. Again, congratulations, Kim. The Garrisons just listed a $3.8 million property. The buyers were represented by Michelle Yar, who is also out of our Anaheim Hills office. And bottom line is, 60 days on the market, and it's going to be an in-house sale at $3.8 million. Basically, what is that? 3.8, 6.8, $7.6 million worth of real estate sales. All right. Ruth Fox was going for she was representing the buyer. However, because it's busy out there and there is a lot of business going on, she was going against 9 other buyers to get the house. I want you to say, everyone help me congratulate Ruth, because her buyer got accepted out of all the other offers that were on the property. Woo-hoo! Woo! And last but not least, out of our Scottsdale office, Rebecca Holt, all right, had a purchaser, her buyer, and a listing sold, because her purchaser, in buying this house, all right, got a little bit of, concerns with what's going on in the world. But guess what? They sat down, they communicated openly and effectively, pulling in the listing agent, pulling in herself, the selling agent, talked to the buyer, and there was no contingencies on the buyer. And they were even thinking about walking away, totally leaving their earnest money on the table. Guess what? After the conversation, they decided not to walk away, and the seller stepped up and said, look, all right, don't worry about losing your earnest money. We'll give you the extra time that you need. And not only is that going to be a success for her buyer, but also she is listing their house for sale, and she'll have a listing sold as well. So, congratulations, Rebecca. Guys, what does this all tell you? There's business happening out there every single day. And guess what? Don't use the coronavirus for any excuses. I promise you there's a solution. When you got a buyer who wants to buy and a seller who wants to sell, there will always be a solution. We've just got to think about how we get there. And I love with all these, they reach out to leadership. Okay, they talk with the other agents. We work together as a team, and we figure out a solution to move forward. With that said, what questions do you have? Any questions coming out? And let's deal with questions.
We have one from Matt Mullen. Thank you, Matt.
All right, Matt. Woohoo! I got to say this while you're looking for his question. Did everyone see Matt, okay, on Inman? Okay, they spotlighted Matt on Inman News. It was an amazing, opportunity. So he's going to be advertised nationally. If you haven't seen that, call Diane Ray and we will get you a copy of the Inman article. Great job, Matt. Woohoo!
So Matt's question, what are you doing differently for you these days to keep your own energy so great?
Okay. Basically, it's drugs, Matt. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. Even though it's Facebook Live, that was an honest joke. All right. You know what? I am a creature of routine. I'm going to get in trouble for that. I have a feeling. Okay. I am a creature of routine. And so what really helps me is doing everything I'm supposed to do to keep my mind straight. One of those things for me is waking up early. I'm an early guy and I feel good when I get up early. I don't care what's going on for the day, I gotta get up early. Secondly, I've gotta get my workout in. You know what, even some days, and full disclosure, man, sometimes I just don't feel like doing it, but as soon as I start doing it, I have to tell you, all right, it's amazing how much and how better I feel. And then afterwards, I feel like a king because I did it and it's done and I'm excited that I've done it. And I'll tell you, it helps clear my brain. Last but not least, I have a few things each day, call it my DRC, daily revenue commitment, that I commit to the company and to myself that I need to do to move the company forward. And I always get those things done, and I get them done first. And that really helps me. Last but not least, I have to say, is in going home, I make sure that I don't take the stresses of work when I walk into the door. Not perfect at it, but I will tell you, I promise you this, I'm conscious of it, and it really helps me because if I feel, you know what, the stress maybe coming to me and I see it maybe coming out in my attitude, I take responsibility for it and go, Mark, relax, and say something nice, smile, all right? And before I know it, guess what? I have forgotten about what's really frustrating me or whatever the case may be, or the stress will be there tomorrow, and I can have a nice conversation with my wife or 2 daughters. Great question. Thanks, Matt.
No more questions, but wonderful positive comments.
All right, lots of positive comments. Well, next Thursday, all right, for our next Facebook Live, remember, our own Rick Barabee will be interviewing me. I don't have any of the questions, so hopefully they will be nice, effective, and enjoyable questions. And until then, everybody, all right, I look forward to everyone being involved in the contest. Have fun with it. For those of you needing health insurance, okay, that information will be coming out tomorrow. Have a great couple days, and we'll talk to you Thursday. Bye-bye, everybody.